Hey everyone, welcome back to the YouTube channel. I'm Charisse and today's video is different, like super different. I'm kind of nervous about it, but today I will be introducing to you my new love of sewing. So I just want to give you guys a quick backstory. I started sewing at the age of maybe like 10, 11-ish. I really can't remember because it's been so long. And I didn't sew for very long. I did a few beginner classes, sewed like pajamas and dresses and things like that, but I never finished it. And I think it was a regret. Like I was like, I'm not sure why I never even finished, but since the pandemic, I've had so much time on my hands. I haven't been traveling as much. I haven't been busy. And so I decided to buy a sewing machine and just relearn the skill that I think is an essential skill. And since then, I was able to start an entire business that is doing very well. I retail masks here in the Bahamas, and I am now retailing out of a small boutique hotel, luxury boutique hotel. And I'm supposed to be retailing in 2 other stores in the upcoming weeks. So I would say I've been doing pretty well for someone who hasn't sewed in like 20 something years. But today's video is really all about showing you guys my sewing room. Now listen, this isn't like some advanced sewing room. It's just something that I put together because I was really legit sewing from like a little cubby hole, and it was terrible. And I decided we had an empty room and we split it into 2, made it 2 offices, and I have like my sewing space on one side, and I just wanted to make it a little more comfortable because I cut a lot and I was really hurting my back in the small spaces. And so I was able to buy like 2 tables, storage, just to store everything up. And so I thought it would be pretty cool today to introduce my love of sewing by showing off my basic sewing room. Now, I haven't tricked it out with all of the bells and whistles yet, but little by little, week after week, I'm just adding things to it that make the space more workable. But I'm pretty happy with what I've done so far, and I think it's a really nice, cute little space. I have lots of light, and so that's really good for sewing. Lots of space. And yeah, so I'm just going to show you guys my sewing room. So yeah, let's get into it. So this is my sewing room. Welcome. It's just a very small space that gives me all of the space that I need to create and just be very comfy. And so first things up, I'm going to start at my cutting/work desk, which is over here. So this is where I cut all of my fabric. It's a very small space, especially since I just recently added this printer. Because I don't cut really big pieces of fabric, it works. But when I start to cut bigger pieces of fabric, I'm going to want to extend this. So hopefully I can, I don't know, do something, I don't know, with this space, because it's kind of, I still have a lot of space. This is my room. I still have some space that I can work with to put a larger cutting table, but I don't want to jam the room up. So anyway, this is my sewing space. I have a few projects here. I have some school masks that I'm working on for a client. This is my basket of masks. All of these are my masks that I have made over the months. Christmas, summer mask. All of these are just mine. They're my stash. This is somebody's mask. Someone hasn't picked up their mask. This is my packaging. Very cute. Something major. This is some cutouts, things that I'm working on for people. Just a little printer that I use to print my patterns. This is something I got off of Amazon. It's for your phone, so if you want to watch something while you're cutting, I use that. This is my computer, and this desk I got from IKEA. Everything in here is basically from IKEA because I was on a budget, and this is what it looks like. I think it's maybe 20 something inches. I will link everything to the bottom, but this is just a basic table, 4 legs, and it's sturdy enough for cutting. it was like maybe like 20 something dollars. So that's what that is. Underneath the table, I have storage baskets. So these are my bags, my retail bags for my wholesale customers. They're the cutest things. I'm gonna open one up now. These are just books that I haven't found I don't know what I'm gonna do with these yet. That is one of my cutting mats. This, I need to place this somewhere with sense. This is my She Sew Made gift bag. I went to a sewing social with Shamika and Reagan. It was an awesome event. They're also very good sewers. I love them. If you are not following them, you can find them on Instagram by She Sew Made. But yeah, that's underneath my table, my cutting space. And then over here, that's my cute my ironing board, which I have not opened yet because I'm just using the regular size iron. This is also from IKEA. My iron, which is very important in sewing. Everyone who sews knows how important it is to iron. So after my cutting test, we're moving on to my storage space, which is my Calyx storage space. I got this from IKEA. It was for about $70-ish, but I absolutely love this because it has so many cubby holes that you could just like stick stuff in. So this first one is like my packaging for my mask. So I have my tape. They're the cutest little things. I have my tape. I have like this is an actual finished order. So this is how it would look. And it is a finished mask. Someone needs to pick up the order. And so this has my supplies for my work. So my tape, my cardstock, my bags, other little things, pins and different stuff like that. And then right here, I have just like a decorative cubbyhole space. This is my books, me and my babe, a very nice smelling candle. So the reason I love this IKEA storage is because I get to hide things behind these doors. So behind this door is just some fabric. This is like stuff that I'm either working on or going to work on soon. We have like my dog fabric. That's for a very special project. Then this is like a denim chambray dotted fabric, very cute. This is like a Bahamian-esque fabric. Then I have like my spring collection, which is pretty much sold out. I have to restock black. This is for spring / another special project. And then I have in this some more fabric. These are like things that have already been cut. So this is like my kitty mask. These are just like scraps, and I refuse to throw away scraps because I'm like, I'm gonna be able to do something with them someday. Absolutely love this fabric. But yeah, this is just like scrap fabric. Then in here, I have some more scrap fabric, some more junk. I have patterns in here, and in here I have even more like fabric that I'm also currently working on. Just a little sneak peek. And then I have in here my camera equipment and like things that I couldn't place. So some more cameras, a little candle, batteries. I don't know why my piggy bank is in here. And just like mics and flash and tripods and different things in here. So I absolutely love these because I get to hide my junk in here. And yeah, behind here is just some books. Things that I absolutely love. My hymn book from church. history books. The Woman in the I really love this book. This was a good book. But yeah, and if you guys are interested in some more of my books, these are just stuff that I have. And at the top of my shelf, I have a monstera. I absolutely love plants, and so that is my plant. This is my work sign, and this has been growing like weeds, so I have to nurture it. I actually have to dust it. This room gets kind of dusty, and this is just like some flowers, some pictures, a portrait by Jamal. And so that's that. That is my storage cabinet. I'm actually wanting to get another one of these for the other side of the room. But yeah, that is my Calyx storage by IKEA. I absolutely love my cart, my sewing cart. This is it right here. It is on the side of my sewing station, so I'm able to reach for it while I'm sewing, just for like quick things. It needs to be organized because it's the junkiest thing right now, but this is my lint roller. It's a necessity. And then I have this Tupperware, I don't know, storage kit thing that I keep threads and different things in. And then of course I have my rotary cutters, all of my scissors, my tools, my notions in here. This is also an IKEA piece. I can't recall the name, but I will link everything. This is more thread, lots of thread. This is some pins that I use for work. Don't know why this is in here, and this is just more sewing stuff. This is my stress ball whenever like I'm just tired or like need some type of exercise, because sewing is pretty hard on my hands. I just use this and, you know, exercise. So in the bottom tray is where I keep all of my elastics for my mask. My elastics, as well as some thread for my serger, which I am yet to use. But this is just like stash of things that are, you know, necessary for my work. And so like I say, this tray was maybe like $20 or $30. I think I might be estimating a little bit too much, but this is a game changer. Like, I love it. It can roll and it's so easy to move. Bang. And so this is my sewing space. I got this desk, of course, from IKEA. And this is maybe, I want to say a 28 inch. I don't know. I'm not really good at measurements. But I keep my serger. This is new. I just opened this. My serger as well as my sewing machine on the same space. The desk is pretty big, so I think it's a good size for if you want to, like, I don't know, have multiple sewing stations like I do. So that's why I got this. But yeah, this is a pretty adequate sewing station for me. And so this is, of course, like I said, my serger. This is a Brother. Is it? No, it's a Brother 1034D. Fresh out of the box. I have not even threaded it yet, so I am not, like, I am gonna do a video on like my first time threading this, because I know it's gonna be a disaster. But I did my research, and this was one of the better sergers. Value for money was excellent, as well as it was a pretty good, it's a pretty good serger. And so that is my serger. Very fresh, very clean. And then I have my regular sewing machine, which is my Singer. It's a classic. And the funny thing about this is I got this for sale on singer.com. This was an actual refurbished sewing machine, because at the time I wasn't sure if I wanted to sew. And I was like, I'm not going to spend money on a very expensive machine. And so I just got something cheap, and this has paid for itself 1000% over. I absolutely love this machine. This is the drawer system that comes with it. It looks kind of like a honeycomb kind of drawer. And these, I just keep like different things, lotions and different business things. So I keep some pins in it, just, you know, regular stuff. These are my business, these are my tags. And then there's just like businessy stuff in here. In here I have more tools that I use. I have more elastics. I have, these were the bags I was using during the Christmas for my Christmas gifts. This is my, I guess, my iron. My mini iron is in here. Where did I get this from? Amazon. So I just have like a bunch of different things. And here is like my business, more elastics, stamp pad, my cards, business cards. So I just use these drawers for kind of whatever random stuff that I need. So that is basically my sewing room. The only thing is behind me is the TV that's directly facing my sewing machine. So if I'm bored, I can watch Netflix, catch up on a show, do some YouTubing. So it's pretty, I guess, essential for me, because I'm usually in here like 8 to 10 hours a day sometimes. And so it's pretty good to have some sort of entertainment. Even though sometimes it can slow me up, I would recommend it. What am I saying? I would recommend having some sort of entertainment in your sewing room. And before I go, I wanted to highlight my dress that I'm wearing. So this is I sewed this. This was my first make of 2021. It's actually the first dress I've sewn in how many years. I made this at a sewing social by the girls that She So Made, Reagan and Shamika. And this pattern is the Gallivanting pattern. It's like a flounce dress, super light. Like the first time making this was a total headache, but I'm pretty sure as time goes by, I'm going to be able to get better at it. But I really love it. I love the idea of making my own clothing. It's more sustainable, it's inexpensive, and of course it represents you. You can make what you wear, and I think that's the coolest thing. It's a great story. And so I love the dress. I made it myself and I'm super proud of it. So I hope you guys like it too. Before I go, I'm going to quickly show you my stash of fabrics that's not in this room, just because I didn't have enough space. I think when I get another calyx from IKEA, I'm going to be able to bring those and store the fabric in this room, but right now they're not here. They're in like the linen closet. So I'm going to show you guys a quick peek. That is going to do it for my sewing room tour. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you found this video interesting, or if you want to follow my sewing journey, because this will be the first of many more sewing videos that I have. I'm going to be publishing tips as a beginner, things that I have learned along the way, things that I'm still trying to learn. I don't know. My next video is probably going to be how the heck I'm going to learn how to thread my serger. So yeah, this is all about learning as I go, teaching you guys things that I learn as I go. So if you are interested in following my sewing journey, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys right back here for another video sometime soon.